Remember the assassination of Ismail Haniyeh in the capital of the Islamic Republic of Iran during the morning ceremony for the death of the president. I cannot imagine more cynicism. I highly appreciate the fact that the Islamic Republic of Iran did not break down, as they say, did not roll down to a full-scale military response. But the plan was largely for this. The plan was for Iran to do something that will oblige the United States to interfere with its armed forces. And probably the same goes with Lebanon. Hezbollah is, I think, restrained, given what capabilities it has. They want to provoke it, again with the same goal, to make the United States enter the war inevitable. Biden administration understands this danger, I believe. Our economic, political, military and technical cooperation with Iran, with the DPRK and with any other country is carried out strictly within the framework of international law, without violating any international obligation. If the US makes up 10 fairy tales a day accusing us of all mortal sins, this does not mean anything. This only means that they do not like Russia as a competitor in the international arena. In relation to Iran and any other country, we do not violate any norm of international law, including international law that regulates military technical cooperation. For several months, there's been a discussion that Russia is only threatening, talks about red lines, and the West keeps crossing these red lines and nothing happens. I think that President Putin, recently speaking in St. Petersburg, commented on that, especially in the context of initiatives that provide Ukraine with long-range missiles, American, French, British, and allow them to strike any target on the territory of the Russian Federation. This will be a direct war between NATO and Russia. At least there are some reasonable people in Washington who understand this. Now NATO is waging a war against Russia, but this is a hybrid war by the hands of the Ukrainians. If we talk about long-range missiles, it's clear that the Ukrainians themselves will not be able to use them. Guidance on a target, satellite data usage, flight missions, all this can be done only by the specialists of the country that produces this weaponry. You know, we're talking about red lines, hoping that our assessments, our statements will be heard by smart people who make decisions. To say that tomorrow, if you don't make what I demand from you, we will press the red button, this is not serious. And in such situations, I'm convinced that those who make decisions have an idea of what we're talking about. No one wants a nuclear war, we said that many times, but we have weapons that can bring very serious consequences for the masters of the Ukrainian regime. These weapons are in our possession and in full combat readiness. Look at Iraq. What did the Americans achieve in Iraq? Now they're being asked to get out of there. For more than 2 years, the government and parliament of Iraq are saying, "Thank you very much, we don't need you anymore." They don't want to leave. And what are they achieving there? What have they achieved in Syria? And what is happening between Palestinians and Israel is just terrible, because specialists can't remember such tragedy, such a humanitarian catastrophe. Of course, the October the 7th terror attack is an outrageous attack, and all normal people condemn it. But to respond to a crime by another crime, in particular using the prohibited method of collective punishment of civilians, this is unacceptable.